The stage is all set in Atlanta as Joe Biden and Donald Trump will go head-to-head tonight in the first of two election debates. CNN's Julia Benbrook joining us once again from outside the venue as the candidates make their final preparations. Julia.
It's getting close, the moment that we have been waiting for this election cycle. And this is the first time that either President Joe Biden or former President Donald Trump have been on a debate stage since their two clashes back in 2020. And back then, Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic really dominated the political landscape. Now there are some new issues that are driving the race for the White House, and both of these candidates have records to defend.
Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir?
During the first presidential debate of 2020,
the question is,
Donald Trump interrupted Joe Biden more than 100 times.
Everybody remembers the disastrous first debate where he sort of lost the campaign that night. But the second debate, he was good. He was measured. He had command of the facts.
When it comes to tonight's debate, sources familiar with the conversation say Trump's advisors and allies have tried to steer him away from airing his grievances and have instead encouraged him to focus in on kitchen table issues like the economy, crime, and inflation. All areas where Biden will have to defend his record. But Trump has also added to his record since these two last met on the debate stage.
Roe v. Wade comes down. January 6th happens. You have 88 felony indictments. You've got the criminal felony charges.
Biden's team is looking to paint Trump as unhinged and unfit to return to the Oval Office. They're also hoping the president can highlight the domestic issues that have become centerpieces of his campaign.
There's a huge amount of opportunity for Joe Biden on debate night to really drive at Trump's vulnerabilities on abortion, on democracy.
The latest CNN poll of polls shows no clear leader right now. Nationwide, the current average stands at 47% supporting Biden and 49% supporting Trump. The debate is taking place inside CNN studios. There will be no studio audience.
Okay, Julie, I just want to go back to one thing you mentioned during your pack there, that this debate is going to be different. There's not going to be a studio audience there. But what can you tell us about the setup of the room?
Right, and a lot of people are wondering how this is going to impact Trump in particular. We saw some of those videos from those debates in 2020 and the talking over each other. He really feeds off of a crowd. So in this room, we're going to have two podiums. We're going to see Biden on the right side of the screen and Trump on the left side. They're going to be just 8 feet apart. So you may be worried about them talking over one another again. But there are some new rules in place. There's going to be mic muting. Unless it's your turn to speak, your mic is going to be muted. And those are going to be controlled with lights. So the candidates are going to know when their mic is off. They're also going to have lights that show them the timing when they're almost out of time as well.
So you mentioned the candidates right there. Both Trump and Biden went about this very differently. How are they preparing?
Well, Biden has spent almost a week at Camp David, and he has been with trusted advisors participating in discussions and mock interviews. Trump has really shunned this traditional debate approach and instead has participated in informal briefing sessions. He's also kept up a pretty busy campaign schedule during this time, doing interviews and going to rallies. And it'll be interesting to see how these prep processes pay off for these candidates.
Okay, Julia, thank you so much. That's Julia Benbrook with CNN in Atlanta.